What's up, everybody? It's me, DisBearity here, and I'm here today to give you guys a video about the top 5 survival city building games that definitely will put your mind to the test. These games right here put me through a lot of trials and tribulations, so I believe that these games will definitely put you through some struggle as well. So let's go ahead and head on into this list. The first game on this list is Endzone: A World Apart, a game which is developed by Gently Made. Endzone is a survival city builder in which you're tasked to run a colony after a ecological disaster. Your job is to build a new home where your settlers can be safe from the dangers of the outside world, such as disease, raiders, radiation, and food shortages. The gameplay elements are pretty unique, where you need to focus on resource production and settler happiness. The happier your citizens are, the more work they produce. If that falls below a threshold, they will produce less resources for you in your colony. You're also tasked to manage the birth rate of your colony. Every couple seasons, your people reproduce, in which, when the children become adults, it will help with a steady workflow or workforce. While too much population can be a drain of your resources if you do not have the resources to spare, you bet your folks will start to die off from hunger and sickness. With the DLCs, you can trade with far off settlements for different types of resources if you can spare it. My favorite aspect of the game is that you can send out scouts, which can gather intel from various locations in order for you to send out your exploration team to gather those resources and bring them back to your colony. While on these explorations, your people can get injured on the way back or while being there for doing certain tasks. So you have to make sure to bring a good amount of spare rations in order to make sure that they can get the jobs done. There isn't much of a story in this game, but there's a great selection of scenarios that can put your city building skills to the test. If you do not want to try out the scenarios, then there is a sandbox mode that can be set to your own custom rules. Now, if y'all do not pick this up, you're definitely missing out on this. Okay. So the next game on this list is called Frostpunk, which is created by 11-Bit Studio. So Frostpunk is a society-based city builder where your choices actually do matter. For me personally, it took me several attempts to try and survive, so there was lots of trial and error for me. In this game, you rule the last city on Earth. Apparently, I mean there might be more. We never know. In which you got to manage your citizens and infrastructure before a gigantic freeze wave appears. Because if it appears, then it's basically game over if your city is not prepared. In Frostpunk, there's a lot of situations in the game that we as players have to decide. I'm gonna give you guys a couple of examples of such atrocities that you have to deal with, such as should children work, or what kind of food should your people survive on, which is like soup, sawdust, or normal food. If that's if you can afford it. And then there are some moments where do you give your people prosthetic legs or limbs to help them, get back to work, and can you cure their sicknesses because they can't get sick because of the cold? Now, as you are surviving, you can pick up other survivals or survivors, but that's a big if because you have to be able to afford them. Now, I think a lot of you guys would definitely enjoy the game and various DLCs because it does give you a challenge to deal with and just really just challenges your moral judgment. Okay, so the next game on this list goes by many names. All right, I'm just kidding. It doesn't go by many names. But this next game is called Age of Darkness: The Final Stand, a game that's been developed by Playside. Age of Darkness: The Final Stand is a survival city builder RTS that you need to illuminate the darkness in order to survive. You are the leader who holds the last bastion in order to keep humanity alive from the creatures that are called the Nightmares. Because if you don't, that's gonna run out your light. As cheesy as that sounds, is the very case. So now I've seen this game grow from a pretty amazing game in early access to a game I go back to whenever I have the chance. It is a great mixture of RTS city building and has a bit of RPG elements mixed into it. You can control a hero to level him or her up, as well as your units to protect what you build. The twist of this game is when it becomes dark, the nightmares roam pretty fierce, but you can gather great rewards when killing them off. The game is also trial and error. Learn the ways to survive in this devastated world. Trust me, because when I first played this game, I thought it was going to be pretty easy, but then it quickly woke me up, saying, "Nah, this game's gonna be a freaking challenge," and that's basically what happened here. So yeah, but hey, I love this game, and so I think you guys will definitely enjoy it. As I said before, this game puts my mind to the test because every decision I personally make can legit become a life or death situation. Because I'm just that bad at these kind of games. But if I enjoyed it, I really think y'all will definitely enjoy it as well. So definitely check this game out and give it a chance and have fun with it, y'all. So another game on this list that I'm going to be talking about is called Surviving the Aftermath, a game developed by Ice Flake Studios. So I'm going to be giving you guys a small description of the game here. It takes place in a post-apocalyptic future where resources have become scarce. You become a leader of a settlement to build the ultimate colony and protect your colonists from various dangers of the world. So surviving the aftermath, in my opinion, is pretty unique because before building your city, you can choose what kind of specialist that you want to be part of your city. Whether they're a scientist-based specialist, a offensive or deep or attacking-based specialist, it's yours to choose. Now later on within the game here, you are able to gain more specialists that you find throughout the game world. These specialists are able to go out into the game world themselves, by the way, to collect resources to bring them back into your city. And during gameplay, raiders can attack your city while as long as you have specialists there at your base, they are able to defend on their own terms. As I mentioned before, the game world has a overall map that you can use to navigate and collect special resources, such as research for science, clothing, and more. While your specialist is doing their job, it's your job to make sure that your citizens are well fed, clothed, and not suffering from radiation poisoning. Surviving Aftermath has plenty of DLC to keep you coming back and investing more time into the game. I will definitely say that there is a little bit of a learning curve because there's a lot of things that's basically thrown at you. But once you kind of get over that fact, the game gets pretty simple and it is fun as well as it is challenging. So definitely put this one on your list and really just sit down and play it. And the next and final game on this list, you guys, it's called They Are Billions, a game developed by Dominion Games. When it comes to this game, I fell in love with it instantly because They Are Billions is a steampunk post-apocalyptic zombie survival in which a rabies virus mutated and triggered into a zombie apocalypse. The gameplay elements of They Are Billions, sometimes I call this the Dark Souls of RTS games. The gameplay is primarily played through the campaign or a sandbox mode that you can choose. In the sandbox mode, you select the map that you want to play and defend yourself against a wave of zombies depending on your difficulty. You build up your colony in or city and expand as far as you can while destroying the hordes around you. While every 6 to 7 to 8 days, a horde will arrive and you'll need to defend yourself because one zombie breach, you're done for. The campaign of the game is pretty amazing too. So the story of the campaign is you are tasked to reclaim a fallen USA with each mission. So you're able to choose a hero that you can encompass because there are special missions that you're able to take. And when you go on these special missions, you're able to either get technology and other resources in order to build up your technology tree throughout the campaign. Because in the campaign with your technology tree, you start off with like let's say like wood, then you're able to upgrade to like stone, then you're able to upgrade to like iron, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty cool. So in my opinion, this is a game that you guys should definitely, and I mean definitely pick up because y'all are really missing out on this great game. It's a beautiful game to play, and I put many hours into it. But yeah, honestly, check it out. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.